How we doing, guys? Welcome back to Friday Fuel. This week we lost a young man, a father, a husband, a son, a friend. Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And before his body was even cold, before the family could even begin to grieve, the media and politicians do what they do best all the time, and that's point fingers. The right screams, well, it's because of the rhetoric of the left, and the left screams, it's because of the guns. And meanwhile, a life was taken. A young man who wasn't out there spewing hate, but was just trying to start conversations with people who maybe just didn't agree with him. And here's the truth. We are all guilty of what happened. Every one of us in this country has created this exact environment that we live in today. The venom, the hate, the quickness to judge someone, not for their character, not for their heart, but for the bumper sticker on their car or the political podcast that they may listen to, or the church they go to or don't go to. And you know what? That's exactly what the devil wants. That's exactly what he thrives on. Division, rage, hate. The devil doesn't care if you wear a blue tie or a red tie, if you sit in a pew on Sunday or stay home. He just wants to see God's people devour each other, and he's doing a pretty damn good job at it. But you know what? Jesus told us plain as day in Luke 6:27. Love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who mistreat you. You know, that wasn't just a suggestion. That wasn't a nice little slogan for a church sign. That was a command from the Son of God, and yet we ignore it every single day. I know I do. I'm just as guilty as the next guy. We claim to follow Christ, but the minute someone disagrees with us, we're ready to tear them apart. Christ died so that we may live, not so that we could kill each other with our words, our actions, and yes, even with our weapons. And look, I'm fired up because I'm sick and tired of watching this nation destroy itself. And I'll tell you this, the only way out isn't another law, isn't another election, or another soundbite from insert talking head here. The only way out is Jesus Christ, period. We need a spiritual healing in this country, and it starts with us. Republican, Democrat, Independent, it doesn't matter. Black, white, rich, poor, doesn't matter. Christ is the only answer. And if we don't wake up and realize that, if we don't start living a little more like him and a little less like the world, we are headed straight for destruction. We can't just sit back and say, well, that's just the way things are. No, that is a cop-out. That is an excuse, and we have to do better. Starting in our homes, with our families, with the way we treat our neighbors, even the ones who vote different, pray different, or just look different than us. You know, Jesus went to the cross for every single one of us. Everyone. And his blood wasn't shed so that we could play this stupid game of left versus right, red versus blue. It was shed so that we may have life and have it abundantly. So let me just ask you this. Have we learned nothing? Or will we just keep tearing each other apart until there is absolutely nothing left? The choice is yours. The choice is mine. But you know what? For me, I'm going to stand on Christ. I'm going to fall at my knees. I'm going to fight the hate with love. Fight the lies with truth. Fight the darkness with light. Because the only way forward is him. The only way forward is through Jesus Christ. And I pray that this country begins to realize that. I pray for Charlie's family, for his wife, his children. I just pray for this country, and I pray that we all begin to realize that this country so desperately needs a spiritual healing now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now. And it begins with all of us. Thanks for hanging out with me this week. We'll see you next time.